back to the business. Means back to the trenches. You ain't even got a mention. I got vision. I got vision. Means back to the business. Means back to the trenches. You ain't even got a mention. I got vision. I got vision. I got vision. What? I got vision. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Friday Night Live. We are always in the Self-Made Studios, proudly brought to you by Hybrid Promotions. I am with Uncle Juice and Young Bakes tonight. JT is unable to make it with some work responsibilities, but he will be back hopefully next week. In the meantime, gentlemen, what's going on?
What's up? Shout out to JT.
What's
What's good
happening,
with you,
y'all?
Uncle Juice?
Oh man, just busy, man. My nephew be here in a little bit. Baby shower next weekend. Let's get it.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Well, it's been kind of a quiet week in the college basketball world, as both of our teams had the advantage of kind of getting the whole week off. But both teams are resuming play tomorrow. The Huskers obviously coming in at number 9 this week. How you guys feeling going into tomorrow?
Well, I look at it like this. We started off hot, 20-0, took a couple losses. I think it's important that we bounce back from these losses, but it's also good that we experience a little adversity. Going 20-0 is an amazing feat. Very, very hard to do. So I'm just glad we were even in that conversation. The loss to Illinois, to me, it kind of hurt. I was actually at a funeral that day, and it just really didn't make me feel any better.
I mean, my boys is on dealing with the adversity. I mean, this is the point of the season where I was expecting them to show the most character. When you got a couple injuries, when you lost a couple games. But I think that they'll be good. Like, we played good in the Michigan game, even though we were down 2 players. We've been playing good. Like, you got to have that next man up mentality. And when you start off, 19-0, 20-0, it's easier to be like, okay, this man went down. I got to step my game up. So I'm just hoping that it all settles out. I think we'll end the season with probably about 4 or 5 losses, which hopefully will get us like a number 1 or 2 seed.
Yeah, I mean, they played really well in both of those 2 games. Unfortunately, they came out with losses in both of them. I mean, they had a chance against Michigan there at the end with a couple missed threes as time was expiring. The Illinois game, they were in it there until the very end. And for a team like them, even though they lost both those games, it's encouraging to see that they're able to fight against, teams that are naturally considered, top 10 teams, historically and, consistently. And it just kind of proves that they're where they're supposed to be on the main stage and that this team is for real. I'd look for them to get back on track. Coming up here, they got another big test against Purdue, but that is at home. And then after that, if you take care of business, you're still looking at going 27-3 or 26-4 in the driver's seat heading into.
Well, we play Iowa twice coming up, and then
and those games are going to be tough too. That Iowa team is very good.
Yep. And then we play USC, and they got Arenas back. He's looking pretty good. He put up some good numbers the other night. So I don't know. I can't say that we're going to go ahead and go on another sweep, but I truly believe that we have what it takes to go ahead and compete in every last one of these games.
Absolutely.
The Michigan game, we were leading at half. Illinois, we were leading at half. We just need to carry that same intensity into the second half so we can close out some of these games.
Dre, there's one stat I wanted to throw at you real quick. If you see in that far column there, it's Hoiberg for leading assists. Him and Taman Lipsey of Iowa State are the only 2 players in college basketball to have, I think it's like over 100 assists more than 30 steals and less than 15 turnovers or something like that. Like the only two guys with a 5-to-1 or something close to that as an assist to turnover ratio. And I think that kind of shows, with those two teams being as good as they are, that you need a point guard in college that understands the game.
Well, my man is the son of a coach, and and being the son of a coach, you kind of get a little bit more coaching and a little bit more playing, and you kind of got to step your game up, more than the other players to show that it's not a nepotism thing; it's a thing that you deserve to be here. I watched him in the Michigan game. I thought that he did a great job. Actually, when I was watching that game, I thought we went for a few too many threes in the first half, but when I watched it, I was like, I just got to let my boys cook. I think we just got to do it like a football team. We got to string together, one win at a time and just get a couple bundles of wins and we'll be all right. But we're headed into the hard part of the season. And with that being said, we just got to, buckle up our chin strap and play the best ball we can.
Bakes?
Yeah, I've been very impressed with Hoiberg. I'm not yes with Hoiberg all season. He is a disruptor. He's a hustler. He is like the trash man. He's doing everything he can to make sure this team is successful. He puts his heart on that hardwood floor every week, every game. And I think he's the heartbeat of the team. I know we have a lot of specialty guys who can shoot well or can knock down free throws, but he's out there picking pockets, hands up defense. He's just playing gritty. And you can't ask for anything better than that. So I'm very, very proud of his production this season. And he's really, really shown that he is a pivotal piece of what we have going on.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. There is a picture rolling around on social media right now of the two Hoiberg kids and Taman Lipsey playing at some youth basketball camp when they were in like first or second grade. I think they were all maybe 5 or 6. And it's funny because you forget that, well, you don't forget, but it always kind of slips your mind that Hoiberg had 2 kids growing up really young in Ames. And then the fact that Lipsey is where he's at now and kind of where Iowa State sits, it's just kind of funny to look back at it and be like, yeah, these are the two of the best point guards in the entire country. And they're, hanging out at 5, 6 years old, playing basketball together.
Yeah, to bring up that point,
because
it's almost like
coaches' kids, they usually aren't the top guys.
correct. Normally, obviously dad's probably paying the tuition, mainly like a walk-on situation, and just for those guys to just be playing is hard. As far as Lipsey, he's the last 2 years he has shown that he is D1. He belongs in D1. He's one of the leaders of your team. I've got to follow his career since day one because you won't never be quiet about him. That's how I learned about him initially. But outside of that, like he really does bring it. He's on the defense. He's on the offense, setting up the plays. He does a really, really good job of orchestrating that offense.
Yeah, as you can see behind me here, I did kind of splurge in the Cyclone Fanatic shop, and I got myself a Taman Lipsey NIL T-shirt and a Killian Torre NIL T-shirt, and then I am wearing my my Money Milan shirt that I got as well. So trying to rep the boys and help them get an extra couple bucks because some of those proceeds do go to the players.
Give them some of that NIL money. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Good, that's good.
And yeah, hell yeah, and that shit will be worth depending on what their careers look like down the road, like this will be something that's priceless someday. So I would encourage everyone to, if your school does offer some sort of NIL type of deal where they have T-shirts that they only come out with once a year, I would highly suggest that, at least get yourself a couple of them because they'll be priceless memories down the road.
I'm glad I pumped the brakes on the NIL because I was this close to getting a Dylan Raiola jersey.
Oh yeah. There's a video rolling around of a kid opening a Ben Bramer Iowa State jersey on Christmas, and that was like 2 weeks after that Campbell had announced he was going to Penn State, and Bramer had already entered the portal. So it's like,
yeah, it was heartbreaking.
It's like,
for that young man.
Yep. Yeah, you're better off like everyone's been saying, you're better off getting like a legacy jersey of some guy that was good 10 years ago that you like, that ain't going nowhere. And then
like Roger
Oh,
Craig.
or just get the the regular
yeah, or
jersey
get
with
like
the
a
number
Tommy
one or the
Armstrong
number
jersey,
whatever on the
like
back. I got
Yeah.
two of those.
yep,
So whoever's number
yep,
one, I just put a piece of tape on the back, and that's what we rolling with this year.
yep.
Yeah. Well, Roger
I
Craig
got a
just got
Brock Purdy
inducted to the
jersey.
Hall of Fame, so
Hey,
that's
there you go.
huge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Well, staying with the Iowa State deal, they're up to number 7 in the polls. I know usually I kind of go along with JT on this topic, but since he is gone this week, you guys are going to have to hear me kind of monologue here for a little bit about the Clones. They're basically looking at 4 straight wins right now, while leading by 30 points at halftime. They've just kind of really put a stranglehold on the teams that they've played. They go into Kansas State and they just kick the absolute dog shit out of them, winning 95-61. You can see right there above them, Colorado, they won. Oh, Colorado, they won 97-67, 84-71, and then 87-57 against UCF. They got a decent test against Baylor at home tomorrow. We'll get back to Baylor here in a little bit with their previous NBA player that they got playing for them. We'll kind of cover that here down the road. And then they go to at TCU, and then they kind of really get into the meat and potato of the schedule there. Looking at this, it's hard to think about what they're going to look like here in 3 weeks, but we're going to know a lot more about this team as they head in down the stretch. I'm kind of curious as to what you guys think is maybe going to be the hardest game on this schedule. And I'm going to throw it out there now. You can't say at Arizona because that's kind of a given.
Yeah, that's probably the one I was gonna pick because road games are always hard, and then once you start dealing with geograph geographically and the climate and stuff, because Arizona this is a hard place to play just because of the climate. You in the desert, but it's funny because it's like one of my favorite wrestlers once said, unjustifiably in a position that they rather not be, but the cream rises to the top. I told you your
Right.
boys was gonna be all right. They went through that little shaky spell, but they hitting people with dirty 30s right now. Like it's getting uglier than Patrick Ewing when you come to Iowa State, and that's how it should be. Like I love the fact that the Midwest is getting back on the map in basketball and football. We starting to see these
Absolutely.
homegrown talents get to do their thing. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Iowa State can do. They have, kind of a little bit of a gauntlet going towards the end of that schedule, but they played well. They got through the adversity of the losses, towards the mid-season. And when you've gone undefeated, you kind of want a couple of losses all in a little bunch so you can assess what's going on with the team, your injuries and things like that. And like I said, you just want to take it one game at a time and get through this little gauntlet before you get to the real tournament when that starts.
Yeah, I'm looking at just a stretch of Kansas, Houston, BYU.
Yeah.
Those are all 3 extremely talented teams. A lot of young talent. Kansas, fortunately they bested Iowa State earlier. I'm looking to see Iowa State, you know what I'm saying, get it back. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it seems like it came down to stars and Kansas was really on fire that day. But right now,
Yep.
Iowa State is the team. Iowa State is shooting the ball very, very well. So it'd be interesting to see how you guys do on that 3-game stretch. Most definitely, especially before you get to that Arizona game that we're not allowed to mention.
And Kansas is always gonna be up there, man. Like their facilities, they got all that money from that booster a couple years ago, and even before that, like Kansas is a perennial powerhouse. So if you can even be in a conversation with Kansas, that's where you want to be.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned shooting And then one of the notes I got here is once again talking about Milan Momcilovic. As I said, I'm wearing my Money Milan shirt tonight. He was shooting 53.9% from three going into that game against Kansas State on Sunday, excuse me. And somehow his percentage still went up again. There's a stat rolling around of how many threes he could miss in a row to match Steph Curry's best season as a three-point shooter. And that number is up to like 60 or 70 right now that he can miss. He's shooting like 88 for 153 from three. He's shooting over 55% from the field. I believe he's shooting 57% overall. And then he's shooting 90% from the free throw line. So he's creating his own club as it is. I seen a video the other day of a guy describing, the ideal shooter. There's a certain number that it adds up to. So it'd be your 2-point percentage, your 3-point percentage, and then your free throw percentage. You add all three of those numbers up, and if like you shoot over 180, like you're a really good shooter. Steph Curry's best season, he shot 187. Momcilovic right now is shooting 200, which is it's just like so hard to even like to fathom what that looks like. Like it's really special to watch. Anytime he shoots the ball, someone's coming flying at him, you already know what he's gonna do. He's got that little Dirk move to go with that as well. He's
got the best set shot. Like he's out there just splashing it, just keeping it drippy, man. He's out there just butter sauce.
Well, man, is as efficient as a heat pump right now, man. Like that level of efficiency is insane. Like you would think this dude was like Larry Bird in college or something, man. Like those numbers are astronomical.
Yeah, he went and seen a shooting therapist, or not a shooting therapist, but like not a shot coach either, but it was like a therapist that works like with basketball players or whatnot, and they told him to pick a word anytime he shoots. So anytime he shoots a three in his head, he always says jelly beans now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they told him to pick. They told him
sports psychology. They told him if it works, man.
That's what it was. It was a sport. He's seen a sports psychologist. Thank you.
Yeah, that's actually pretty awesome. See, more things like that need to be explored. As an athlete, like you got to know your floor and your ceiling. So to do something like that goes to show his time and dedication to his craft.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing I did want to mention about Nebraska is Mast being a midseason Kareem Abdul-Jabbar watch list player. That's being in the top 10 of the midseason awards, basically. I say that to say this. Iowa State has 3 players in those categories with Jefferson Lipsey, who we mentioned earlier, and Momcilovic all up on their watch list at this point. You kind of run out of words to describe it after a certain point. Like it gets really hard to describe just how special it is, what we're seeing and what we're watching, and just Otzelberger growing continuously year after year, taking that two game losing streak and almost basically resetting the entire season after those 2 losses. It looks like they've righted the ship. They got two decently big games they got to look at coming up, and then they get into the meat and potatoes of the schedule, and we'll kind of really figure out what they're made of. But I mean, until then, if you're a Clone fan, you got to enjoy the ride. Same with Nebraska. I wouldn't get down on those 2 losses too much. JT did send me a video last week of Hoiberg ripping into the Huskers at halftime or after a game, or I can't remember when it was exactly. I haven't seen the video in a minute, but like that's what you want from game? I think it was. Yeah. But I mean, that's what you want from a coach, is he's not going to be afraid to, kind of get into these guys when they clearly need it. And that's, I mean, it reflects in the record.
2 players, and we basically were in the game all the way into the final possession in the Michigan game.
Exactly.
So based on that, it's just beautiful thing that you got 2 men down and everybody else just steps up. Like literally, we just couldn't stop fouling. If we could have stopped fouling and we could have got a couple plays to go our way, like we could have won that game. Like it like just like they say in football, it's a game of inches. In basketball, it's a game of seconds. It's a
Yep.
game of my foot's here, your foot's there. One or two things go differently, and we win that Michigan game.
Yeah, most
Yeah,
definitely.
absolutely. Absolutely. Well, that's
But
about
back,
all I got
oh,
on them
sorry.
right now.
Okay.
Unless you got something you want to add, that's about all I got on the Clones right now. They play
Well, I just
tomorrow
wanted to go
against.
back. Go ahead, Josh. I'm sorry.
Oh, I said that's all. They play tomorrow against Baylor at 1. Um, yeah, so there hasn't really been much going on.
Yeah,
Pretty
I've been
much all
very,
week's been
very
pretty
impressed
quiet.
with Jefferson all season. Just the way he's playing. I mean, sometimes it seems like he's not interested in the game is because he's already put up all his stats.
It seems
You know
like
what I
he's
mean?
never
Like,
enter. He
yeah,
never looks like he's having fun. Like it's
he
nice to see
he
him
doesn't look like he's
smile
having
every now and
fun,
then.
but if you look at the stat sheet, he's in all the positive categories.
Exactly. I know.
So that
It's funny to watch
yeah,
him play. Yeah, it's funny to
The
watch
boy's
him
yeah,
got them
play.
Randy Moss vibes. Like I play when I want to, bro. And
Yeah,
when
but
I
he's
want to
out.
play, like I'm that boy. So,
Yeah,
but
he
yeah, he
just
definitely. When you got a player like that, you definitely want to see him engage the entire game. But like when you so good and you get up by so much, it's got to be easily just mentally lax. But you got to have the mental toughness to just drive through.
yeah,
Like on my
but I
teams,
mean
I want to see
he
us
just
get
doesn't
every
show any
game like
emotion
30 points.
sometimes.
I don't want it to be close ever.
I
It's got to
mean,
be 30s just everywhere.
he had a triple double 2 weeks ago, and he had 2 triple doubles in 6 games, and
yeah.
I think I seen him smile once those in both of those games. It's like he's just out doing this thing. Like he almost takes Otzelberger's personality, like just like it's just like it's his. It's funny
It's
to
that
see
Al
those two.
Davis, man. It's just win, baby. That's all he care
Yeah.
about.
Yep. They don't care about nothing else. Take care of business. And you get the couple guys that are kind of the more eccentric ones, and you get 5 guys that are ready to go to work every day. And
Most
that's what we're
definitely.
kind of seeing with them.
Yes, yes.
Well,
Well, Josh,
thanks.
let's go ahead and pay some bills. Let's
Yep,
go
I
ahead and
know
give a
you. I
shout
was
out to
just
our sponsors. Yeah.
hold on before we do that. I want to go ahead and bring in somebody to kind of hang with us here for a little bit. What's going on, hybrid?
What's up, Hybrid?
Boy,
Yeah, we can
What's
hear you.
happening?
Yep,
I'm
yep.
doing pretty good. How are you guys?
We're doing good. We're doing good.
Doing all right,
Hanging
Doing
in
brother.
good
there.
and spiritual.
Yes, sir.
Well, what do you want to start with tonight? We got a couple of them.
Uh,
Why don't we go ahead? Why don't we go ahead and talk about what's happening tonight first?
oh yeah. The Nice Enough team has a show going on, When Worlds Collide. Our boy Cody Moon is headlining tonight. He'll
Yes,
probably
yes.
be
My
on
cousin
stage.
Rondon is gonna
Yep.
blaze the stage.
Yeah,
Hell
Yes,
there's
yeah.
yes.
there's a lot of great artists going on tonight. So I wish I could be there, but podcasts, family stuff. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yep.
Handle
Most
business.
definitely.
But
So shout out to
yeah,
Strawstone. Yeah.
definitely. Nice Enough Entertainment. They got it moving, bumping.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of the one bad thing about kind of picking Friday nights to do this. It was kind of an oversight on my part
That's
because
all
there's
right.
a
It
lot
happens.
there's a
Right.
lot usually going on Friday nights, and I wasn't thinking about nothing like that at the time. So
Hey, bro, it
uh,
Understood.
happens. It's my sister's birthday today. Like I probably should be
hey, but
doing
we
something
can
with her, but she understand that the podcast comes first. Like it is what it
Right.
is.
Definitely.
yep.
Happy birthday, Brandy, if you watching
Happy
this, by the
birthday,
way.
Brandy.
Yeah,
Love
happy
you, sis.
birthday, Brandy.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah,
And
other than that, I mean, once again, I'll mention we signed a new artist, Awesome Believe. You can find him on all platforms. He's pretty
yep,
dope.
yep.
We've been working with him for a while, but we have, I think our next show is March 6th, The Statement, Volume 1. We have a lot of artists on that show. We have Justin Pickett, Slim himself, SJ23. We have Ash
Yes,
from the
sir.
Past, Chubbs Bumperson, Awesome Believe. We we have Hell's Flame, which is a new artist. We'll have. He's not a new artist, but he'll be new for our scene. And then we have some special guests as well coming. So that'll be a good show.
I apologize. I didn't have a graphic ready for that one.
No,
No,
it's
you
all
good.
right. Yes,
We have-
the
we-
merch
it-
store
a
is
lot of
officially
stuff.
open. You can
Yeah.
catch us at www.selfmadeTheLabelHybrid.com and go ahead and check us out. We got a lot of merch up there. You could follow our shows. It's a lot of pictures, a lot of things that we're doing. Everything self-made, anything hybrid, anything OTT records.
Right.
Catch us at selfmadeTheLabelHybrid.com.
You can also buy tickets there now online if you want to buy tickets to shows.
Oh, that's news to me. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yes. But other than that, I mean, a couple months in April we have Glizzy Fest going on, Strawstone again, which will be rocking.
Shout
We
out,
have
nice enough.
we have like 6 artists on that, so that'll be pretty dope.
Yeah, great representation for the team.
It's a
Right,
3-day
yeah.
event this year, right? Or is it just 2?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's
3
3.
days. It's 3 days
Ooh,
this
that's
year. Yeah.
dope.
Friday, Saturday, and
Yeah,
Sunday.
there'll be 2 stages. There's like 70 artists. It'll be pretty dope.
That Glizzy Fest is always a good time.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good time, bro.
But yeah, other than that, we're just building. We're trying to move, meet some new artists. I got to shout out Relio. He's a new guy we met. He lives.
Oh, this is
from-
amazing.
Yes,
He
yes.
lives in Kearney. But he's one of the best artists I've seen in a while. So
Man, shout out Kearney, Nebraska.
right.
Very, very talented young MC.
Yeah, no, he's really nice. I like him a lot.
Mhm.
Other than that, no. I just want to shout out Hybrid, Self-Made, OTT Records, the boys. You guys are killing it here.
Thank
You guys over got like 50,000 views in a month and a half on this, and that's pretty insane
awesome.
to me. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
It's fun to
Hybrid.
see all. It's fun to see all the reels that this generates because it's pretty funny. You know what I mean? So
Hey, I
Hybrid, why are
do.
your eyes lower than mine.
I was just wondering the same thing, and I do want to
My
point
eye-
out to everyone. It on that one video, it called it Ken Palm.
In palm.
Yeah, Ken Palm, not Ken Palm. I thought that was really funny. I just left it.
yeah, definitely.
Hopefully that got us a little more engagement, so someone could yell at us for it not pronouncing it right.
Hybrid, where's
Man, it's hard
where's
to pronounce
Bryce
people's
tonight?
names, man. Everybody's
he-
name is weird these
I think
days.
he went
Man.
to his brother's house. I don't know.
No, okay.
Yeah.
There's a dude at the
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
theater. His name was Hallelujah. I was like,
Whoa.
I feel like you
Hallelujah.
didn't lead up to what your parents wanted you to do in life.
That's a lot of pressure, though.
That's
Oh,
a lot of
dude.
pressure, man.
That's a lot
I
of
know
pressure.
a dude named Knowledge. He dumb as shit.
Dude, we know the same knowledge, man. And I don't know if he's just is as off-putting as you just said, but I thought he was a talented, hungry R&B singer from the streets.
His name is Knowledge, but he don't read books. That's not fair, man. It's not fair at all.
His name's
You gotta
not. He
read
can't
books,
spell his
at least
fucking
like
name,
a
dude.
pamphlet, a magazine, something.
He
That's a
did
hell of a
lose a
name.
bag out to Anthony Greer. It was an epic
Fun
battle
times in the
too.
hood.
Gave him the business. All right, Slim, what we got next, my brother?
Well, Spencer, you can hang out with us for a little bit, or you got. All right.
No,
So
chill.
what's
I
everyone got going on Sunday here for the big game?
I don't know.
Who you got? I got the lines written down right here. The Seahawks are favored by 4.5, and the
It's
over
crazy
under
'cause
is
that line's been
45 and a
4.5
half.
for like a week. Like it stayed the same. I thought it would have moved, but it never did.
Right. I don't know.
But-
I think I'm not sure what's going to happen. I didn't expect this to be the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I didn't expect these two teams to be in it. So I don't know.
Yeah, if this was the NFL script for the season, the script should have been thrown away because it sucks.
Have you seen that picture? Have you seen that picture floating around that the Seahawks and the Patriots are like the 2 closest players to the Super Bowl trophy or whatever? It basically kind of
Well,
looks
this
like
is
this
the
picture I
thing.
got
You
up
got
here right
Drake
now,
May.
and
You got Drake May, who probably should have won the MVP. Like
no,
Rams or
I'm glad.
Patriots, whoever
I'm.
you want to
Hey, you
say
know
had the
what,
better
Dre? I'm
season,
glad you
that can
said
be
that.
debated.
I'm glad
Yeah,
you
that can
said
be
that.
debated. But I think everybody need to put some respect on the Patriots, bro. Like everybody is just a foregone conclusion that Seattle's gonna win. Like you had an MVP quarterback, and what May is in what his second, third season in the league. They had a really good running game. They have the number one rush defense in the league. And I get it. Seattle looks amazing running against us when we have the lollipop guild playing on defense. But New England's got Mike Vrabel. It's crazy because this dude got fired by the Titans, and next thing you know, he's in the Super Bowl. Like some people look
Yep.
really stupid in retrospect based on that
Yep.
Super Bowl.
The
But I just
Browns.
can't. I don't know if I can believe in Sam Darnold to go out here and win it. He's played for like 5 different teams, bro.
Yeah, well, he's kind
Well,
of really found a home here in
Yeah,
Seattle. Like,
that's what I was
I
about to
would
say.
agree.
Like,
I would agree.
and
I think Seattle may win. I think Seattle may win this.
Yeah, I got
They
Seattle by a
yeah,
do have
field
the
goal.
number one defense in the league. So if
Right.
they win, I wouldn't be surprised. But look at what happened with Belichick. Look at what happened with the whole Hall of Fame thing. Like I think the Patriots is gonna come out here with their hair on fire because they looking like the
Oh,
Rodney Dangerfield of the Super Bowl, man. They really getting no respect at all out here.
as long as you're not going to throw on the 1 yard line, I think you'll be good. You know,
Well, there's no Russell
like that
Wilson,
one
so
year,
they might
right?
actually
That's
have a
true.
chance this time.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right,
We'll
what are
see.
you guys' picks for the game? Who's winning? Who's losing? Who you got, Uncle
Spencer.
Juice?
Yeah, Uncle
I
Juice. We'll start
got
with you.
I got the Patriots in a close one. I'm going to say 27-21 New England.
So you're
Okay.
taking the
Slim?
over then? Uh, I got the Seahawks. I gotta take the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
I take the
Yeah,
Seahawks 20. I think the Seahawks win 24-23 on a last second field goal, and it covers all the money. And then whatever is going to be the best outcome for Vegas, I think is probably going to be what we're going to end up seeing.
Okay.
So a scripted situation is that what you're alluding to?
Vegas got a Vegas, boys.
They gotta
Hey
win.
Vegas
man,
got a
Dallas
Vegas.
gotta win.
hey, I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to get too deep into conspiracies, but there's a lot of weird shit going on. So
I put it to you like this,
I'm
fellas.
just
I've been to
I'm just gonna
Vegas
play
like
it safe.
six,
I'm just gonna
seven
play it
times.
safe
They
and
don't
say the
build them
most unreasonable
casinos
thing's gonna
on
happen.
dreams. They build them casinos
Understood,
on
Slim.
people losing
Understood.
these picks.
Yeah. Like I said, I got Seattle by a field goal.
Yeah, me too. I got Seattle 24-21.
Yeah. Well, there you have it.
I more want to see the Super Bowl commercials, man. I want to see that Michael Jackson movie that's coming out, the He Man. Like they got some big movies coming out for the
Yeah,
halftime, so and the commercials. So that's the
it's
main.
always the
And
best
I want to
part.
see everybody mad about Bad Bunny because he's already done the Super Bowl halftime show before. I don't
Right.
know if people remember that.
Yeah, it was a couple years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a couple years ago. I don't understand why people are
Oh,
mad about
He
that.
wasn't.
But
I don't
Kid
think he was
Rock's
the
doing something.
headliner,
If
but
y'all don't
I
want
don't think
to
he was
see
the
the regular
headliner, but
show,
he was
you can
on it.
watch Kid Rock fumble a microphone around for 20 minutes.
Right.
and then Green Day is supposed to be the opening performer, so it'll be interesting
Yeah.
to see what they do as
I'm
well.
cool with that. I
I'm
like
with
some
Green
Green
Day.
Day,
I'm
man.
with that.
Hell yeah.
No, I'm with that too, but they feel the same way about him, so it'll be interesting to see, or they feel a little more strongly against the guys, so it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Slim, do
The
you have any
funniest
Super
thing is
Bowl
when people's
plans?
like, I just want to see Americans at the halftime show. Puerto Rico is part of America. I don't know if people know that or not.
Right.
that's what makes it even funnier.
Like we signed paperwork and all kind of shit, man. That belongs to us. You don't need a passport or nothing. You can just go.
No, I don't have any Super Bowl plans as of right now, but I can imagine that something's going to come up here later tonight.
What about you, Uncle Juice?
I'm kind of in the same boat. Usually I go to my cousin Gene's house. My cousin Tupac is gonna be there. He's a Seattle fan, but he's a real Seattle fan, so I can tolerate him. But Yeah, I'm gonna have on all my Niners shit anyway, so it don't matter.
Well, yeah,
Like,
we're playing in the Niner Stadium, so I mean,
you know what I'm
That's
saying?
bold of
And
him. That's bold of him
that's
to
a
watch that
beautiful
game with people.
facility. And I hope they don't tear it up. You hear that, Seattle fans? Don't be fucking up my stadium, spitting and doing a bunch of nonsense. It's my stadium. I've been there. It's beautiful, wonderful facilities.
Yeah, that's bold of him to watch that game in public with people. I feel like if the
that's a
Rams were
little
playing
dicey.
tomorrow, if the Rams were
It's a little
playing
dicey.
this weekend, I don't know if I would watch the game with anybody but myself and the TV on 99.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
that.
a couple years
And
ago, I
I'd be
got
at
trapped with a bunch of Chiefs fans when we were
Oh
playing,
no.
in the Super Bowl, and we ended up losing to them. It was a long night, bro. It was a
That's
long
how
night.
that's how it was a couple. Yeah, we're probably talking about the same Super Bowl. My sister is a diehard Chiefs fan, and we were at her house, and it was the worst time of my life.
Yeah, Chiefs fans are insufferable.
They're
I'm
all
just
screaming at the TV and shit. I was like, oh god.
we lost Uncle Juice.
He'll be back.
He'll be back.
Can't hold down
Baby,
Uncle
come
Juice
back.
too long.
You can
That's
blame
right.
it on me.
What else we got?
Yeah.
Slim?
There he is. There he is. I can add him.
Oh, that's right. You can do that. You can do that stuff too. Yeah, go ahead and add him.
I don't see
Well,
him.
where
Oh,
do
there
you
he is.
where do you want to start here with the whirlwind of the NBA? Since that's where we're gonna go next. Here, why don't we start with this? Since Juice just got back in here, the streak is over.
I think we need to talk about the Wizards, man. Either they're the smartest team ever or the dumbest team alive, and I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah,
You
I don't
traded
think I
for
don't think I don't think there's a chance that either of those two guys are going to play this year.
yeah, you traded for two All-Stars that aren't going to play, which
Be right back.
seems counterproductive. But they're going to start off next season healthy, and you might end up having one of the best teams in the league. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, but who do they have around him besides those two? They didn't really give up much, did they? I don't think they lost too many first-round picks.
They didn't give up really anything to acquire. They basically just gave up 4 dudes. So, like, if you give
Get
up
some
4
second round
dudes,
picks.
yeah, some second round picks.
Yeah, 3 seconds. I think 3 seconds for Trey Young or Davis or I can't remember. I don't have it pulled up right now, or I didn't write anything down about it. But yeah, that's kind of 2 shocking trades.
Yeah, and if you can give away a boatload of bum players for somebody good, like, and think about it like this: when Anthony Davis is healthy, like he's a Hall of Famer. Trey Young, he doesn't play defense, but I think that's why you got Anthony Davis in the first place and kind of go through some of his defensive efficiencies and to get that taken care of. But we might look back at these 2 trades at the end of the next season and be like, man, the Wizards finally figured out a way to get it right because they are perennially one of the worst teams in the league every season. So
Yeah, for the last 5 years, yes.
like they have
Yeah.
John Wall and they don't even really mess with John Wall, which is crazy. It's just like he's the last dude from when we were tight. So let's throw him out here. But I think Dallas made some good moves. But I really just feel like the NBA looked at the ratings and was like, our ratings are low as hell. Let's make the craziest trades of all time. Let's go trade simulator like a 14-year-old who just got the game.
Yeah,
Yeah, I need
kind
to
of
know if
that's kind of
Anthony
a good way to
Davis is
describe that.
passionate about basketball. I don't see it. I think he's supremely talented. He's one of the best big men in our game. I truly feel he's not interested in basketball. He's just talented and he makes money. I
I need him to
I
be
don't see the
passionate
drive.
about drinking. You need to be
Yeah.
passionate about drinking vitamins. He's 7 feet tall. This man is injured all the time. He's injured more than me.
Yeah, I recommend some Euro training, something. You know what I mean?
Do
What
you
is he
know him
doing
and
to recover?
Kyrie? Him and Kyrie only played 25 total minutes together in 1 year on the same team.
Yeah,
What?
That's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is.
What?
that does not
Yeah.
make any sense.
Yeah,
That's
so
like one of
that
the
first
craziest stats.
that first game that Davis came back, I'm pretty sure that's when Kyrie tore his ACL in that game.
Yeah.
This just sucks.
Yes, I believe Anthony Davis has only played 28 games for Dallas when he got traded there.
Yes, I believe you're
And
right.
it's
I believe you're
so I
right.
mean injuries. I mean he has been banged up the last 4 or 5 seasons. Not been able to finish neither like any of those seasons. But
Right.
I'm just not really sure if he's like passionate about basketball anymore. Like what more does he have to prove? He won his championship with the
Right.
Lakers.
Yeah. Yeah. And he finished high in the MVP voting there for a couple years in a row at one
Hmm.
point. So like he proved he was elite. Like honestly, if he were to retire tomorrow, he would probably make the Hall of Fame just based
Oh,
off of
most
his
definitely.
defense alone. So
Yeah.
it kind of gets to a point where it doesn't really matter what he does anymore, but he's still going to get paid $30 million until he retires just because he's 6'11" and is like a freak athlete.
That's the biggest thing. Like if you can still collect checks and you injured, but they still gonna give you checks, are you still gonna come to work?
I mean, shit, Zach Levine's going to get paid $50 million next year on a player option.
Bro, you can call me.
Someone was asking, do you think he's going to decline the player option? What do
I
you
would
want, $50
decline.
million or $13 million? You tell me.
I would decline
If,
Not
if they're handing
13.
out money, I'm in line. You know, I'm just gonna keep it a
Right.
bed.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
come
in
on
line.
now.
My
Let's
hand
be
is up.
real.
Right.
Next.
I don't give a shit about this. I don't give a shit about this organization. I want my
I'll
money.
be there.
Yeah.
I'll be there an hour early. Come on.
Call me
Yeah,
JG Wentworth.
give me my 55 mil, then cut me after you come with a deal. That way I get the 55 and I go somewhere else to make like another 2 mil on top of that. Like I would
Yeah.
trade all the money in the world for a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like
And
Most
who
I don't care what
like
type of shitty team I got to play for.
Right. I
right.
a
feel
couple
that.
years ago,
I
Westbrook, he had like a $50 million option. They were like, "Is he going to turn down the option? Who's turning down fifty
Why the
million?
fuck would you?
yeah.
My name is Mister Pay Me, dog. Pay me. Well, if you want me to
Right.
leave, pay me. I won't even stay in the same state, bro. Like when they gave Russell Wilson all that money in Denver, $38 million to leave. Shit, I'll leave the whole state. Chicago, Florida, Texas. I'll go
Yep.
somewhere where they ain't got no state tax. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind
Yep.
of funny to watch it all kind of unravel the way it has.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
The thing
Slim,
with
you had
the
an interesting graphic up just a minute ago. Can we get back to that?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was just.
Because we didn't even
Yeah.
talk about that graphic. We just went straight into Anthony Davis and the debacle. Is he going to play? Is he going to earn his money? And so forth.
Have you won 8 games in a row since the release of the PS2?
In March 2000. This was
wow.
from a week ago. I got this courtesy of a X page, Jay Kuda. He's really good at putting out graphics, that are similar to this, that are, just as kind of funny and stupid at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, that goes to show you NBA parity. Like until like the last 5 years, it was really just like the same like 6 to 8 teams running the league. But with everybody trading all these draft picks, and, the trade deadline, it started themselves out. Like years ago, Oklahoma City wouldn't even been a contender. Now it's
Right.
looking like they might run for like 3, 4 years.
Well, we've kind of reached a point where you no longer build through trading players unless you're going to trade for like role players. Like the teams you're seeing that are good, all their players they've drafted and they've brought up through like their own training with the team, and that gives you a better chance for team friendly deals going down the road. You get more bird years with luxury tax that you can kind of skirt over. It's just kind of like it is in 2K. If you got guys that you drafted, you could pay them for years and be way over the tax. And it's going to be easier to build that way than it is to try and sign like a $50 million Kevin Durant to come in and think that's going to put you over the top as a team. You're better starting young, building some chemistry, keeping the guys around, and letting them kind of
Make that
become
bond,
who they are
you
as a
know?
team. Yeah, and you're kind of seeing that with the Hornets right now. I mean, they got some really good dudes on that team. Like it's not
Yeah,
like this is
they're on
not
a
like
nice
it's
win
coming out of
streak.
nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
And
like
they
this is
had a
coming out
Very,
of
very nice
nowhere.
win streak right now. They got
Hey,
excellent
did a lot.
shooting. Excellent
They got a
shooting.
lot.
I got to shout out Jessica. What's up,
Yeah, I just
Jessica?
pulled
What's
her
up,
up there.
Jessica?
How
What's
are
up,
you?
Jess?
Thanks for
Shout
tuning
out,
in. We
Jess. Yep,
appreciate it.
yeah, we appreciate you.
Always, always.
I really feel like the Celtics put down the blueprint of this a few years ago when they made that trade with the Nets. Like they made that trade with the Nets for KG and Pearson and all that, and then they just parlayed that into a championship. Kyrie
Yep,
Irving,
yep. They
all
got a bunch
types
of
of
draft picks out of it.
Yeah.
Tatum.
Well,
But
look at the Thunder. Look at the Thunder. The Thunder have 50 first-round draft picks in the next 5 years somehow. Still, like I don't know how they're
What?
continuing to build these things.
But also, they had to get lucky though, because they got SGA from the Clippers. Like, if the Clippers would have never made that,
For
like,
pennies on the dollar.
Hey,
you
but you know
imagine?
what? The Hornets drafted SGA, and they just keep drafting people and letting them go up until they picked up LaMelo, and now they
Yeah.
realize that you have to keep your picks because
Brother,
that's going to be your team. Quit
Right.
trading your players away. Like
Yeah,
you draft them
if-
for a
especially if
reason.
you're going to draft high every year. You know,
Yeah.
you need to draft smarter scouts that can go out and be able to analytically put a team together that can mesh with itself rather than try and force something to work for 2 or 3 years and then it doesn't work and then you blow everything up and then you're starting from zero again.
Yeah.
Well, if you draft high for 5 years, you should probably have a starting five lineup. Like, and I get it. That's the hard thing about the draft. Like, look how far it took for Giannis to be drafted in the draft here. He was drafted. Like, you're gonna get a lot of misses before you get that hit. And the number one pick doesn't guarantee you the best player in the draft.
No. No.
Hey,
I saw something the other day that said from the 2018 draft there's only one player from that draft that's still on the same team that they were drafted to.
Well, you look at a player like Gilbert Arenas, like it was a whole 32 dudes drafted before him, and he was the best player in his class. Like you look
Yeah.
at, Jokic. Jokic was a second round pick. Look at Draymond. He was a second round pick.
Yep.
Like I think with the NIL and the fact that the talent is getting spread out so far, you're going to start to see more players who come out of the second round and become impactful players in the league, especially in some of these smaller market cities.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
called that
there's a
Gilbert Arena situation for sure. Like no
Yeah,
one was
but you
believing
was
in Gilbert like I was.
his biggest fan though, bro. Like that
Yeah.
wasn't even so, like you was telling me about this dude, and I was like, well, why ain't he a lottery pick? He was like, he got life issues, and we
Mhm.
see he does. But like even his son now is about to come in the league. That's the cool thing about getting older.
Yep.
Like starting to see Rondo's son is about to come out. Dennis Rodman got a son that's about to come out. Like the players that you watch and you love, you get to see their kids perform and get ready to do their thing. So it's a beautiful thing, man. I think the NBA, their biggest problem is football. Like when the football season is going on, nobody cares about the NBA. But we all know Valentine's Day is coming up, and the NBA's time to shine is going to be up until June.
right.
They got to figure out a way to make the regular season more appealing, other than this in-game tournament shit.
Right.
Because like I'm
Right.
talking
Right.
about Cousins, he's like,
That
I don't
thing
even know.
that thing is kind of smart and they put it probably in the best place you could by putting it,
Well,
in November and December and at least, trying to give yourself a
Right.
chance of fighting against ratings for the NFL at that
Yeah.
time of the year. Like,
That's their time to compete and make money, so they got to do
yeah.
something big. Yeah.
Well,
because
it's
like
not
Well,
even
you
really trying to make money. It's just trying to kind of bridge the gap a little bit.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and also I don't know if you noticed, Slim. NBA's coming on multiple channels, multiple different broadcasting
Yep.
outlets. Like they're
Yep.
almost
No,
everywhere.
the NBC coverage has been fantastic this year. Like it's one of my favorite things to pull up the channel list at night right now. And it's like a Sunday or a Monday night and seeing that
Mhm.
like there's an NBA game on and they've on some Mondays they're tipping games off at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mhm.
When
Like
they do
Amazon
their double
Prime,
headers.
Right.
you
Yeah,
know,
they do their double
Peacock.
headers and
Yeah.
it's timely. Like you come home and basketball's on the main channel right there. Like that
Yeah, that's pretty amazing to see.
that's a good move by them.
Yeah.
Well, that was the biggest problem. Like basketball, football, like the sports are becoming inaccessible because you have to wake up and be like, "Oh, do I got to watch the football game on Peacock? Do I got to watch it on
You gotta
YouTube? Do I got to
plan.
watch?"
You gotta plan for that shit. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
crazy.
like
Yeah, here I'm glad you said that because look at I mean, other than a couple of Iowa State's games, like this is their schedule, and other than I mean, you're looking at 4 different things, and they've had games on Peacock this year as well.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
So
Like
it's
actually,
like,
you got to play hopscotch just to see your favorite team, bro. Like it gets ridiculous sometimes. Like they need to start coming out with game passes where you can just see your specific team all year.
yeah, they would make a lot of money
yeah.
if they came out with
I
something
watched
like
the
that.
Iowa State game on Tubi a couple of weeks ago. Like straight
Me
up.
too.
Like I'm
I
not
was,
even joking.
I was like, why is this here? This doesn't seem. It doesn't seem right.
They got to deal with
It wasn't even the actual game. It was guys watching the game and then
Right.
reenacting it as in real time.
It was like someone playing NCA or like 2K or something.
Yeah.
No, they got to deal with the Big 12. So yeah, they have a channel on there that's on
That
Tubi.
that happened
Yeah.
to me.
Interesting.
I was trying to watch the Houston Alexander fight the other night, and I clicked on a stream, like a third party stream, and it was a guy fighting on MMA. Like he made Houston Alexander
They're
as a
fighting
character,
video
and
games. Yeah.
I was like, bro, like you got me, dog.
I've
Like,
been watching
I've
this for
had that.
15 minutes.
right.
My turn it's like the Niners game. It's like a kid playing Xbox at the crib. I'm like, oh
Right.
man, this what we doing today, bro.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, on that note, I am probably gonna head off of here. I gotta be up pretty early, so I'll stick here and watch. But I'm gonna let you guys do your thing.
All right, big
All right,
dog.
Hybrid.
Appreciate having you
Thank
Shout
on.
out to Hybrid Promotions.
Yep.
Yes,
Shout out to
sir.
OTT
Yeah, we
Records.
appreciate the sponsorship, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Always,
sir. Thank
brother.
you.
Yep. Much love, always.
I'll remove myself. Yes, sir.
All right, all right.
All right, I know we talked about this last week briefly, but Bakes, you wanted to bring it back up again. Juice, I know
Yeah.
you got something to say about this.
I'm
This
gonna let Uncle Juice
conversation
go
could get,
first.
yeah, this could get pretty deep and
I'm
pretty
gonna let Juice
long-winded.
go first because he's got a lot to say about this. He is highly upset. Just look at his
I-
video right now.
I've been waiting like an old for a warm bath, bro. What we doing here, man? So I can go to the league. I can guard LeBron James. I can get barbecue chicken alerted, and then I can go back to college and just try this whole thing over again. This is ASA 8, ASA 9, ASA 10. This is completely egregious. There's no way that you. What is the whole point of college sports in the first place when you can just go back and just try the whole thing over again? I didn't even agree with this when they did it with Chris Wink. And that dude left to go play baseball for 4 or 5 years. This dude in the picture is in a Charlotte Hornets jersey. That means you went to the league, you busted like a flat tire, then you went back to college to try it again. How is this? This is the shit that's gonna make Congress get involved in this, bro. Because you can't have shit like this happening, man. Like there's the G League, there's college there's a whole bunch of different like look at Lamelo. He went overseas for a couple of years, but you can't go to the league, fail, go back to college, and then go back into the draft. This is like when we used to play basketball back in the day, and Vince Carter would retire and then he would come back in the draft in the second
That was on
round.
Sega Dreamcast. That was on Sega Dreamcast because Chris Webber will retire and come back. Michael Jordan will retire and come back. Jamal Crawford will retire and come back. Yeah, and then they would play 1 or 2 seasons and they will retire again, and then 5 seasons later they'd be back in the draft. Crazy.
What?
That was Sega Dreamcast though.
Tracy McGrady would retire at 38. He would be a second round pick in the draft the next year. He would be averaging like 32 points a game for 2 years and then retire.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing, but that was a glitch in the video game. This is real life. I feel like we're living in a simulation, bro. I feel like it's like you started the game in like 2004, and then we got to 2026, and it's like, yeah, we get to the end of the game. We might as well go and restart this franchise real quick. That's what they're doing in real life. this whole
Yeah.
situation got my brain glitched out. He's got a Charlotte Hornets jersey on in the picture, bro. Somebody please make this make sense, and I won't get mad.
Dre, I got some
Slim.
I got some numbers for you here. There's currently 5 guys that have played in the NBA or the G League that have gone back to college. I have their numbers here in front of me. We'll start with the first guy to ever redeclare from the NBA to, or from the G League, excuse me, to back to college. He plays for Santa Clara. He is currently averaging 6.3 points, 3.9 rebounds, and 1 assist on 19 minutes per game. I think he's played about 20 games total. The next guy I have down here is London Johnson for Louisville. He has not even played yet for them. I couldn't find any stats on him anywhere regarding anything. The next is the kind of the one that's made this really controversial is the guy from Alabama,
Yeah.
Charles Benediaco. I hope I said that last name right. I probably didn't, but I had to have
Good
been
effort.
close. He's
Good effort.
he's only played 4 games, but he's averaging 9.5, 5, and 0.3 of an assist. 0.3. Yeah. And then the kid from Baylor, James Nyaji, 1.4 points, 2.8 rebounds, 0.2 assists in 16 minutes.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, hold on, Dre. I'm gonna go ahead and say that these guys should have stayed in college. Should have got that season.
Yeah.
So when they did go to the pros, they would be 100% successful in their own right. You know what I mean? Whether if you were going to be a role player, whether if you're going to be like a 6-man, or whether if you're going to be a bona fide starter.
Yep.
You need to quit jumping in the draft. There's only 2 rounds. Not everybody is going to make it. So stay in college, get better, learn to play basketball, and take your shot in the pros when you're ready. It just shows that these people got people in their corner telling them you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to go get this money for your family. Learn to play basketball first. And that's how I feel. What you got, Slim?
I think it's guys that are chasing bags. You know, early they left to go to the NBA to try and get that quick money, and then they realized that they're paying 17-year-olds $7 million. You know, speaking of AJ Devancer there at BYU, they're paying him
he's
$7 million. Yeah, he's good. So if they're paying the best guy $7 million, like there's got to be someone stupid enough to give me, you know, at least 500,000. Like especially if I have
Josh, I would give you $20.
Oh,
not
not
you got
me.
A nice midi.
You
got a nice midi, but you got terrible knees. So I'm giving you $20 on your
I did.
NIL
$20 is more than I'm even worth. Yeah, you'd put me on the bench. You'd put me on the bench.
Not college basketball, and it's not the NBA. There's a third entity that has created this problem, and it's sad because when I first heard about it, I was excited. I was like, "That's good, man. They got a new way to get into the league." But I knew that this was going to happen. And sadly, I feel like I made this happen with my mind. It's the G League, bro.
Well, why would you do that? Damn it!
It's the G League, bro. Like that first dude came out and they was like, "We're gonna give him $500,000 to play in the G League," and I was like, "That's cool." Everybody is not smart enough and can't make it through the rigors of college basketball. They gave him 500,000. Well, then there's dudes that come after him and more to come after and more to come after. So you went to the G League for 3 years when you should have been in college doing all the stuff that Vic was saying. Then you went to the league. You completely busted. So now you're supposed to go back and start the process over? That doesn't seem fair. It just doesn't seem fair. The G League is what created the problem. You wanted to give people an alternative to not play the 1 or 2 or 3 years.
That's very true. That is very true.
The monster. It's just what it is. Like that's why you don't spoil your kids, man, because you spoil them and they grow up and become pretentious assholes. Like this is the same thing. You spoiled everybody by giving them a jersey and telling them that they was an NBA player and giving them a little bit of money. And then this man stink like bad weed, and then we supposed to let him come play for Duke? Get your ass away for Duke, Louisville, or any of them teams y'all like. Take your ass to FIU or some shit like that, or we don't care what you do. Don't be coming to my squad with no 1.4 points and you 23 years old talking about I need a second chance.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I would draw the line. If you go, like you said, if you go play for an FIU, whatever, bro. Like you go average 10 points a game for them, I could care less. But if you're gonna go back and then go play for like a Duke or like a North Carolina and put up 25 a game, it's like, come on, dude. We haven't seen it yet. I don't know if we will, but the NCAA's got to figure something out to like stop this from being a thing. But they can't do that because they're too deep in the lawsuits that they can't keep taking L's. So they're just letting it happen at this point.
You go get a dude in the G League at 17 years old. He's gonna be there for 8 years. Okay, he's gonna go to the NBA and fail. He's gonna come back to college and barbecue chicken alert every kid out there because he's 25 years old. He's a grown man who can.
You watch. If they don't do something, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah,
and someone will pay him $7 million.
Dre, you blame the G League. I blame Ed O'Banning. What he did was very eye-opening and gave opportunities to a lot of people, but at the same time, is way too much confusement, so disarray, and a lot of uncertainty and a lot of unsavory practices right now. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy to see like what college sports and just sports in general has come to with this whole NIL and how people need to get back to the money and only making decisions based off of a dollar amount. And like I said, you blame the G League, I blame Ed O'Banning. Like he was ahead of his time on this, and I'm glad that these collegiate athletes are getting paid for their work because these schools are making crazy money off of them. But at the same time, like it has caused such disarray amongst the sports. It's crazy, man. It's crazy to see what's going on.
I think if we get some type of legislation and like put things in place to where we can't do things like this, it'll all eventually it's all gonna weed itself out, man. Like I said, the cream rises to the top. It's like what they doing at Miller South right now, building a pipeline here in Nebraska. You're gonna start to get better and better players that's gonna be coming straight out of high school. But then the thing is now when we get the players out of high school, you gotta give them NIL money now too. So it's one hand washing another, man, and it's gonna be a sticky situation for a minute. Look, I give it a good 5 minutes, 5 years before this situation starts to regulate itself to where we get some type of normalcy in college sports. But right now, it's too much oil money running around, bro. Like you got teams out there in Texas, they got oil money, they got slave money, dog. Like it's nothing to spend $6 million on a quarterback when you got $40 million or $100 million and that's your favorite team. Like you starting to see people like, hey man, can you have this celebrity come here or can you have Mr. Beast come here and give $3 million so we get ECU to the national championship? Do you really think East Carolina University is gonna go to the national championship because Mr. Beast gave him $3 million?
No, they'd probably need 15 extra.
Because some teams
I think that shit would be crazy if he came out and said he was going to sponsor a random mid-major and give them $50 million to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do with. I think that would be one of the most incredible experiments of all time.
What if Elon Musk was like, hey, Nebraska, here's $80 million and just go get players? Just because I just decided to be a Nebraska fan today. Like, you start to see people start to do stuff like this, man. There's too many people with too much money, and there's too much money invested in this situation.
Indiana.
Then you're going to have players that stay for 6 and 7 and 8 years just to chase the bag because I could leave and go be a second or third round pick, or I could come back and get like $4 million and go play quarterback for Clemson again.
I could dig it. I can dig it. Slim, what else we got on the docket before we go ahead and shut it down?
I was gonna say all three of us were spinning there for a second.
Oh, sorry about that.
I know you wanted to talk about.
We
I know you wanted to talk about your boy. No, we can pull him up real quick. Tyron Stokes. Vix, I'm gonna kind of let you go ahead and take this one here. I know I seen this and I heard about it, but I'm really not well versed in it myself. So,
yeah, he's the number one recruit and the number one senior in the nation basketball. He transferred to Rainier Beach, Washington, from his home state, Kentucky. A lot of people are saying that he transferred to a lower level of basketball so he could continue to shine and keep that number one position. But he's 6'7". He's very, very crafty. He's a pure scorer. Like you said, he just dropped 63 points on senior night. Um, does it matter if you transfer to a smaller, program to elevate yourself, or does it matter at all to you or any of you guys? I think the guy is a scorer. I think he's going to be very, very successful at basketball. How do you feel about this, Uncle Juice?
Well, one of our favorite quarterbacks of all time, RIP, a real one, Steve McNair. He came from a very small school and did very big things. I think it's like I said at the beginning of the show, man. The cream rises to the top. If he's talented, it don't matter what level that he's on. He's still gonna have that level of talent. If you take his tape from last year when he was at a higher talent and his tape from this year, as long as he hasn't lost his step, I don't see what the big issue is. Like when you're in the NBA, you're not gonna play, the '96 Bulls every game. Sometimes you can go out there, you want to play the Washington Wizards. You got to play, mediocre talent. And if my man is scoring 63 points and he's 6'7", rolling out of bed, sounds like he's the one that Lord chose. Like you can teach balls,
Yeah.
you can teach. You can't teach 6'7". I wish you could. I'd be 6'7" right now, just dunking on everything, grabbing people, grabbing stuff on top shelves everywhere I go. But that's not how it works. And 63 points is an impressive feat in and of itself. So
Yeah, on
I think
senior
this
night.
young man,
Yeah.
yeah, and especially on senior night, like how much pressure was it on this dude to go out there and perform? And then at a certain point, I'm sure his teammates was like, "Man, we just gonna hand this dude the ball and just watch his greatness."
Well, one of
At a
his
certain,
teammates is Jamal Crawford's son.
Oh,
and
really?
that's crazy. Like you on the team with an NBA player's son, and you the standout. That goes to show you something. So, like, I mean, haters gonna hate, man. Like the dude could have scored 100 points, and there'd have been somebody out there like, "Oh, you shot 48 shots. He scored 100 points, man." Like haters gonna hate, man. I wish the best for this young man. I hope he goes to a predominant school, and I hope he does it the right way and makes it to the league, and I get to see him on a regular basis. But 63 points ain't nothing to sneeze at.
Has he
Yeah, he's
committed
got the
anywhere
pick of the
yet?
litter. No, he has not. To my
He looks
knowledge, I
like
don't think
he
he's
looks like he
committed
should play
yet.
for St. John's.
He has offered just he could pretty much go to wherever school he wants to. Like I
That's
said,
what
he's
I
been
was
the number
thinking.
one player for 2 years in a row. I mean, like he's projected to be the first pick in the draft after he finishes college. But you know how that always starts. Like Harrison Barnes,
Right.
oh, he's the number one player, and secretly
Yep.
Doug McDermott ended up, in my
Yep.
opinion, having a better collegiate career. I can't say pro career,
He
but collegiate
absolutely did.
career.
He
Doug
absolutely
McDermott
did.
had a way better career than our guy Harrison Barnes, which he
Yeah,
also
A
no,
lot
played at
of
the
that
same high school as well.
where
you
you
were
go
you
and
were
where
kind of you were kind of asking about, what do you think about him dropping down to a lower level to, maybe make himself look better. Iowa State had a player named Xavier Foster that was like a 4-star top 50 recruit, came in and, he was putting up big numbers for the school he was playing for, but he was playing like 1A in Iowa. Like because he was homegrown in Iowa, and he came out and I think he only averaged maybe 4 or 5 points a game, and then there was like an off court incident that happened. He ended up leaving the program, going somewhere else. I think he's a senior right now, still playing, and he's averaging like still only 5 or 6 points a game. And he was a 4-star recruit coming out, but he played against 5 me's on the court practically. When you're playing small town Iowa kids, you're looking at maybe the tallest kid is like a 6'3" white dude that, works on a farm that has a jumper.
well, also with these kids, like they go to camps, they go to AAU. Like at some
Right.
point, he's gonna be with the best talents, and he's gonna be able to showcase his ability. And at 6'7", I don't care if I'm the fourth best, the fifth best. I'm 6'7", he's 6'3". I'm about to be on his head all day.
Right.
Like that's just what I want to say it was the quarterback for Vanderbilt, but I could be wrong because I've been playing college football all year. It was a quarterback that started off, he wasn't even on the game, and he ended up the starter on one of the teams. He was like a Division III quarterback. So that's the good and the bad about the NIL. Like you're gonna get quarterbacks, you're gonna get players Division II, three, whatever, that are gonna go to the main stage and gonna finally get to shine. And that's
Right.
because it's everywhere. You can go to the worst school in your state, and there's probably at least one player on a team that's good enough to make it to the league or good enough to make it to another level. It's just talent has to find a way.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's kind of the thing with the whole NIL era is it's given guys an opportunity that maybe didn't get a lot of shine coming out of college, or not college, excuse me, coming out of high school, that maybe didn't get a lot of attention, that have kind of elevated their play, playing at that lower level, and now they have an opportunity to move up and,
And then
collect a bag and then be seen by more eyes.
Yeah.
let's not forget bro schools. Bro schools gotta have walk-ons that gotta go there because they can't pay them. Well, if you a standout walk-on, all of a sudden now you can go
Yep.
to Louisville, Miami, or somewhere else and actually get a real scholarship, actually earn it the way that you're supposed to. So I think it'll all balance itself out, but I think that the teams have to find a nice balance between walk-ons, people who are coming there just to play the sport for the love of the game, and then money to spend on top flight talent. If you can find a nice middle ground with all three of those things, you can build a solid program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slim, do you mind if I speak to the people real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, everybody. If you liked our show, if you liked our topics, liked what we spoke about, please go ahead and add some comments. That way we could interact with you and we could further things along and improve on our topics and improve on our segments. So we want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in every Friday. Slim, you do an amazing job holding it down, narrating,
Thank you.
setting us up for success. I want to say I really, really appreciate you and everything you do. It's very, very special to be a part of this. And Uncle Juice, it's always great having you, man. You always bring such great energy, very, very colorful commentary, and I appreciate that as well, brother.
I just appreciate y'all for having me, man. Like I said, I got a nephew on the way, and we don't know where death is. That's why I tell y'all I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I want to just leave something. If something happened to me, he can be like, "Hey, that was my uncle. He was doing this thing." So I thank y'all for the platform, and I thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak on sports, something that I love, something that I'm passionate about. And I hope we just do bigger and better things, man. I hope 5 years from now we doing this, at a Super Bowl situation in Vegas somewhere or something, with a
Right.
panel and a bunch. This is just the start of something big. That's why it's called hybrid promotion. 'Cause, people collaborate to blow up.
Yeah, no, I appreciate having you guys on, kind of helping contribute throughout the whole thing. This kind of started as, kind of a fun idea, and it's kind of quickly progressed into something that, means a lot to me. I know I really appreciate that it means a lot to you guys, and the fact that you guys enjoy being a part of it. That I couldn't ask for anything more, and the fact that it just kind of keeps moving down the track, like it's clearly shown that it's something special. And I just appreciate everyone tuning in, that comments, likes, follows, subscribes, all that stuff. Like that means a lot, that we're actually kind of making something that's worth watching.
And it keeps us in
Sir.
sports, it keeps us involved with each other. This is a good little situation, man. So I'm very appreciative and very happy. And like I said, man, please comment in the comments, man. We love the live chats. We love to see y'all pop up. That keeps us motivated and it keeps the show rolling. So
Hell
appreciate
yeah.
everybody.
Well, Bakes, do you want me to land the plane this week?
You
Or
go
do
ahead
you?
and land the plane, Slim. Go ahead
All
and
right,
land it.
baby.
If you want, I'll do it.
No, I'll do it. It's been a
All
minute
right,
since
all
I've done
right,
it, so I'm
all right,
looking forward to doing it. Well,
I know that's right.
We're sitting out here at about an hour and 15 right now. We did start a little late tonight with some software updates that were out of our control, but we were able to get to you. We'll get you out by 10:30 for Friday Night Live from the Self-Made Studios for Young Bakes and Uncle Juice. I am Slim. We will see you guys next week.